6 a.m. on this Monday morning. Thanks so much for joining us here on Up with KREM. I'm Channing Curtis.
And I'm Tim Pham. Happy Monday to you. Thanks for starting a brand new week with us. Let's start things off with meteorologist Thomas Patrick tracking a rainy start to this Monday morning, but it won't be that way all this week, right, Thomas? We just have to get over today.
You just have to get over today, exactly. And even today isn't going to be quite as rainy as it was yesterday. I think Sunday was our rainiest day. Today will probably be our windiest day, but it is uphill from here. Even that rain is slowly coming to an end over Spokane County. Looks like the downtown just seeing the last few of those raindrops, and eventually it'll be the valley and then Liberty Lake and then into North Idaho and so on and so forth. But this is actually the same rain that we had yesterday. So still damp out there at Riverfront Park after all the festivities over the weekend, but the latest observations, now just cloudy and not raining anymore. Now, we're not completely done for the day because we'll have more of those typical spring scattered showers. Those will pop back up after about noon or 1 o'clock into the afternoon. So we're still tracking that later on today, but the last of the widespread rain is starting to end this morning.
Well, now with all of this rain, let's take another look at one of our live traffic cameras right now. This is I-90 and Argonne right now. You can see traffic moving along smoothly despite all of this rain continuing to come down here in our area. Right now, not a lot of cars out, so no congestion to report at this time in this area, but we'll be checking in on these traffic cameras all morning long and keep you updated on if anything changes.
And a construction alert for drivers starting today. There are two grind and overlay projects. The first is on Monroe Street between Kiernan Avenue and Francis Avenue. Monroe will be reduced to one lane in both directions, and this is a very busy arterial, so keep this in mind. And the second is on Magnesium Road between Division Street and Nevada Street. Magnesium will also have lane closures for the road work. This is all expected to wrap up on May 16th.
Well, today the city of Spokane will begin swapping out its current parking meters for newer ones. So this morning, our Brandon T. Jones is joining us live from downtown this morning. So Brandon, why is the city swapping out these meters?
Yeah, well, Channing, the city officials say they're changing the meters to improve the customer experience. So right now, if you come downtown, these are the meters that you'll find. They're dual space meters with a slot on each side to pay for your parking, but as of today, that will officially change. So there's about 200 of these meters here in the downtown core area. Those are going to be swapped out with 400 single space meters. City officials believe that moving to single space meters in the core of downtown will streamline the current parking space reservation process. During the replacement period, on blocks with active installation, parking customers will not be subjected to tickets for lack of payment, but all other parking rules still apply. As for the dual space meters, those will be relocated and installed in outlying areas of the city to be determined. This whole process is expected to last about 2 weeks, and a second round of swap outs will take place later this year. But for now, reporting live here in downtown Spokane, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
The time now is 6:04. Let's take a look at your morning rush. More news in less time. A Moses Lake police officer is recovering this morning after being shot while responding to a call over the weekend. Police say the suspected shooter, 37-year-old Zachary Stockton, was injured in the shooting on Saturday night at the Motel 6 in Moses Lake. Both the officer and the suspect are expected to be okay. Stockton has now been booked into the Grant County Jail. An independent team is now leading the investigation. Early voting starts today in most Idaho counties for the upcoming May primary election. Early voters can cast their ballots starting today through May 17th. The actual primary election day is happening on Tuesday, the 21st. For a full list of where you can drop off your ballot, check your county's election website. And for those of you who want to vote by absentee, you do have until May 10th to request an absentee ballot.
This is truly a once in a lifetime find for sure.
Wow, a beginner photographer can't believe his luck this morning. He just found out the photos he took of a bird off of the Oregon coast are one of a kind. Check this out. This is what's called a blue rock thrush. It was spotted last week, and it is the first of its species to be spotted in North America ever. The bird breeds in Taiwan and winters in the Philippines. Experts think the bird might have gotten stuck in a storm and landed on a boat before ending up near Cannon Beach. That is a look at your morning rush. And just like that, more than 32,000 runners and walkers embarked on a rainy Bloomsday. And we say a big congrats to all the Bloomies who finished the race. And even though it was cold and rainy, it wasn't going to put a damper on the spirits of Bloomies yesterday.
So this year's elite athletes led the Bloomsday pack. And our Andrew Quinn has more on who made it first to the finish line.
Well, we had 4 first-time winners in this year's elite Bloomsday divisions, including a local favorite, 2 Bloomsday veterans, and a Bloomsday rookie. We begin in the men's wheelchair division, where the 7th time was the charm for Bloomsday veteran Herman Garrick, who overcame some major adversity and 4-star Arizona Wildcats to take home his first Bloomsday crown.
It started for me coming here all the way up on Friday with some delays with the flights and stuff, and battling a cold, so I willed my way here. It feels awesome. Like I said, I willed my way here, and it feels great to be rewarded.
Now, while I interviewed Garrick, Central Valley alum Hannah Diedrich won her first Bloomsday crown. The 21-year-old Diedrich opened up a huge lead on fellow Hannah Babalola, and closed fast to breeze to her first Bloomsday title in the absence of local legend Susanna Scaroni.
Oh, it means so much for me to take in the W. I knew that Susanna had a lot of faith in me that I could win this, and I'm really glad that she gets to see that I won this one. And yeah, I'm really excited to say that I took the red and I was able to carry the team here.
In the men's elite division, we had a Bloomsday rookie take home the title in Lesotho's Tabelo Ramakangoana, who held off American Diego Estrada after taking the lead on Doomsday Hill to win in his Bloomsday debut.
I told myself that I will take a move on that big hill. Yes, that's how I plan to take a big move there. So when I lead, they just let me go. No one followed me. Then I told myself, no, I'm winning this race here.
Doomsday Hill was no match for him. And finally, what a turnaround from last year for 25-year-old Kenyan Sarah Nabai, who went from finishing 9th in last year's Bloomsday to taking home the women's elite crown this year.
I prepared to win today. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Last year I was position 9, but today I win. I'm a winner.
Congrats to all of our elite Bloomsday champions. That's all for sports.
Good job! Good job!
Congratulations.
Now this year marks the 48th annual Bloomsday, and crossing the finish line is such an incredible feeling. But what makes it even better is getting one of those finisher t-shirts. Take a look. As a reward for making it up Doomsday Hill and across the finish line, Bloomies got to see the shirt for the very first time. This year's shirt is a mint green color with a very sleek design, showing the iconic Spokane Falls along with the Monroe Street Bridge. And of course, at the bottom, the words Bloomsday Finisher right there.
Oh, they were so many great runners, both young and old, and everyone just had such a great time. And if you were one of the thousands taking a part in the 48th edition of Bloomsday, you likely saw KREM 2 along the way. I was out there along with the KREM 2 team at mile 7 once again as you reached the home stretch to the finish line. And of course, we had some of our very own anchors and meteorologists participating in this year's Bloomsday.
Yep, so take a look. Our very own Up With KREM meteorologist Thomas Patrick ran this year's race, finishing at an impressive 9.29 pace. He posted this photo on social media shortly after finishing, saying, quote, "Love it. So happy to finish Bloomsday. Feels great too." And then our evening anchor Mark Hanrahan and Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo crossed the finish line together. Mark finished the course in less than 2.5 hours, while Jeremy finished in 2 hours and 45 minutes with a bit of a pit stop at the KREM 2 cheering section. And of course, our Nicole Hernandez was right there as well. That's her with her mom right there, out there with Mark and Jeremy. They walked the course with their families as well.
Oh, so fun. And our evening anchor Whitney Ward also did the course with her husband. She finished just under 2.5 hours. So we say a good job to our entire KREM 2 crew out there and all the Bloomsday runners.
So that actually brings us to our wake-up call this morning. Of course, with all of the Bloomsday fun and excitement, we want to see your photos. So whether you were walking or running the course, or maybe you stopped by the KREM 2 booth there to say hey on your way across the finish line, text us your photos to 509-448-2000 or post to social media and use the hashtag #UpWithKREM.
Oh, it was so much fun, and I asked our director to get a close-up of
Yes.
Thomas's Bloomsday finisher shirt. Hold it up, nice and proud,
and
Thomas.
Yes, you have to hold it up and wear it proud. Of course, I'm wearing my tie today,
go.
but I'll be wearing this across the
Show
office
the medal
today.
too.
Yes.
The medal is
check
really
this
cool.
out.
awesome.
I really like the medal. Obviously, a little bit extra. It has the butterfly.
And
on
it's
it.
I love it.
sparkly.
You know I love sparkles.
And you know what? It matches the t-shirt's color
perfectly.
pretty well. So yesterday I was just sitting at home trying to relax after the race. I was wearing this all day long.
As you
I was
should.
so proud of it.
This guy trained so much.
He did. He worked so incredibly hard. You're better than me. I'd be wearing that in the place of my tie today.
But hey, we do want to say a big congrats to everyone, and just a big congrats to everyone who cheered along the sidelines all along the course. You know,
Absolutely.
it wasn't ideal conditions, let's be honest,
Yeah.
right? It was raining,
But
people
like,
were
thank you for
still-
being
yeah,
out there,
it helps.
for everybody running out there, because
Totally.
look, trust me, I saw everybody on
Yeah.
the side. They were all bundled up. They had their umbrellas, but if you brave the elements, I mean, big kudos. I mean, you
yeah.
probably
Sure.
deserved a shirt as much as everybody else.
Totally. So yeah, big congrats. Keep sending in those photos.
Yes.
You might see them here on the show.
We love to see them. Thanks for taking all the selfies with us as
course.
well. I took a few before the race and after the race, and at the cheering squad. It was a wonderful, wonderful day, even with the rain yesterday. And yes, this morning, it is still raining for some areas. It's the same storm that has just been sat right on top of the inland northwest, but the rain is starting to exit stage right, or towards the east, if you will, as the rain slowly comes to an end over Spokane, still ongoing in Coeur d'Alene, and those temperatures just have not budged much since yesterday. We find ourselves kind of in the low 40s at the moment, but it is uphill from here. Quite literally. I mean, look at the ladder uphill all this week. 60s by tomorrow, 70s by Thursday, 80s for this weekend. A big change of pace by this upcoming weekend, but we still got to cover the rain and the breezy weather for today. So we'll go over that in a bit more detail coming up in less than about 8 minutes or so.